Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel.
And welcome to our brand new challenge, the 7-Day Real Life English Conversation Practice Challenge Season 2.
I'm Martin.
And I'm Kate, and for the next 7 days, we are going to teach you how to speak English in real, everyday situations.
Okay, Kate, I have to say I am so excited about what we are starting today.
Oh, same here, Martin. Genuinely, this is something our viewers have been asking us for a long time.
They really have. So many of you commented on our last challenge saying, please do Season 2, please do Season 2.
And we listened. So here we are officially launching our 7-Day Real Life English Conversation Challenge Season 2.
Season 2, everybody. We are back, and this time bigger, better, and more useful than ever.
So, Martin, tell everyone what this challenge is all about.
Okay, so basically, this challenge is for anyone who understands English, but when it comes to actually speaking, they freeze up.
Yes, and that is completely normal, by the way. So many people feel that way.
Absolutely. And that is exactly why we created this, because the best way to get comfortable in English is to practice real conversations, the kind you actually have in daily life.
Not just textbook English, but real, practical, useful English.
So for 7 days, we are going to cover 7 different real-life situations and show you exactly what to say, how to say it, and what mistakes to avoid.
And today, day 1, we're starting with a situation that literally everyone goes through at some point in their life.
Kate, should we tell them?
You tell them.
Today, we are talking about going to the doctor or hospital and having that conversation in English.
Yes, and I know some of you might be thinking, oh, that sounds simple. But trust me, when you are actually sitting in front of a doctor and they ask you questions in English, it can feel very stressful.
It really can. I personally have been in that situation and I just went completely blank.
Oh, really? Tell us more, Martin.
Okay, so one time I went to a doctor and he asked me, "What are your symptoms?" And I just stared at him for like 10 seconds.
No way.
I am not joking, because in my head I was thinking, okay, I know what I feel, but how do I say it properly in English?
And that is exactly what today's video is going to fix. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to describe your symptoms, book an appointment, talk to a doctor, and even ask the right questions.
So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it.
Okay, Martin, before we jump into our conversations, let's first go over some really important words that you will hear at a doctor's office.
Good idea, Kate, because if you don't know these words, the conversation will be very confusing.
Exactly. So the first word is symptoms.
Symptoms. These are the signs that tell you something is wrong with your body. For example, fever, headache, cough. These are all symptoms.
Great. Next word, prescription.
A prescription is the paper the doctor gives you that tells the pharmacy which medicines to give you.
Perfect. Next, appointment.
An appointment is when you fix a specific time to meet the doctor. You don't just walk in, you book an appointment first.
Right. And the next word, diagnosis.
Ooh, this is a big word. Diagnosis is when the doctor examines you and tells you what illness or condition you have.
And the last important word, allergic.
If you are allergic to something, it means your body has a bad reaction to it. For example, some people are allergic to certain medicines, so the doctor always asks this.
Amazing. So remember these 5 words, everyone. Symptoms, prescription, appointment, diagnosis, and allergic, because you will hear them a lot today.
Okay, Kate, I think we are ready for the fun part now.
Yes, let's act it out. Okay, so the very first thing you do before going to a doctor is calling to book an appointment. Let's show you how that works.
And watch carefully, because after this scene, we are going to break it down for you. Hello, good morning. I'd like to book an appointment with the doctor, please.
Good morning, of course. Can I have your full name, please?
Yes, my name is Martin Johnson.
Thank you, Martin. And what seems to be the problem today?
I have been having a high fever and a really bad headache since yesterday evening. I am also feeling very weak.
I understand. Are these symptoms getting worse or staying the same?
They are getting a little worse, actually. That is why I wanted to see the doctor as soon as possible.
Of course, I completely understand. We have a slot available today at 3 p.m. Would that work for you?
Yes, 3 p.m. works perfectly for me. Thank you so much.
Great. And Martin, please bring your ID card and any previous medical records if you have them.
Sure, I will bring everything. Can I ask, should I eat something before coming or come on an empty stomach?
You can eat normally. There's no test being done today. Just come in comfortably.
Perfect. Thank you so much. See you at 3.
See you then, Martin. Take care.
Okay, did you notice how politely and clearly I explained my problem?
Yes, and there were some really useful phrases in that conversation. Let's highlight them. First one, I'd like to book an appointment. This is the most natural way to ask for an appointment.
Second, I have been having a fever since yesterday. Notice the grammar, have been having. This tells the doctor it started in the past and is still continuing.
And third, would that work for you? The receptionist used this phrase to politely offer a time slot. Very professional.
Great phrases, right? Now let's move to the main scene, actually sitting with the doctor.
Okay, so now Martin is inside the doctor's office, and this is where most people get nervous. Watch how he handles it. Good afternoon, Martin. Please come in and have a seat. How are you feeling?
Good afternoon, doctor. Honestly, not very well. That is why I am here.
Of course. Well, you have come to the right place. So tell me, what has been going on?
So, doctor, for the past 2 days, I have been feeling really unwell. I have a high fever, a very sore throat, and my head is pounding constantly.
I see. And when exactly did these symptoms start?
It started yesterday evening, but this morning it felt much worse. I could barely get out of bed.
Okay. Are you experiencing any other symptoms? Any cough, body aches, or difficulty breathing?
Yes, actually, I do have some body aches, and my throat is so sore that it hurts when I swallow.
I understand. Are you allergic to any medications, Martin?
Not that I know of, doctor. I have never had a reaction to any medicine before.
Good. Have you taken anything for the fever so far?
I took 1 paracetamol last night. It helped a little, but the fever came back this morning.
All right. Let me just check your throat and temperature. Okay. Yes, your throat is quite inflamed and your temperature is elevated.
Is it serious, doctor? Should I be worried?
No, don't worry at all, Martin. It looks like you have a throat infection, which is very common. It is not serious, but we do need to treat it properly.
Oh, thank goodness. So what do I do now?
I'm going to write you a prescription for some antibiotics and a mild pain reliever. It is very important that you complete the full course of antibiotics, even if you start feeling better after 2 days.
Okay, I will make sure to finish them. How many days will it take to fully recover?
You should start feeling significantly better within 3 to 4 days. But if the fever goes above 103 or you have difficulty breathing, come back immediately.
Understood, doctor. And should I be drinking anything specific? Any diet I should follow?
Great question. Drink plenty of warm water and warm fluids, like soup or herbal tea. Avoid cold drinks completely. Get proper rest and avoid going out in the cold air.
That makes sense. And can I go to work tomorrow?
I would strongly recommend taking at least 2 days off, Martin. Rest is part of the treatment.
Okay, doctor. You convinced me. I will rest.
Good. Take this prescription to the pharmacy and start the medicine today. Come back in 5 days if you are not feeling better.
Thank you so much, doctor. I really appreciate your time and help.
You are very welcome, Martin. Take good care of yourself. Get well soon.
Thank you, doctor. Have a good day. Okay, that felt so natural, right?
It really did. And Martin, you asked such good questions in there.
That is the key, Kate. At the doctor's office, don't just sit quietly. Ask questions. It shows you are engaged and you understand.
Absolutely. And now let's talk about the mistakes most people make in this situation. Okay, this is one of my favorite segments, common mistakes.
Mine too, because honestly, these are mistakes that even confident English speakers make sometimes.
So let's go through them one by one. Mistake number 1.
People say, "From yesterday, I am sick."
Instead say, I have been sick since yesterday.
The word since is very important here. It connects the past to the present.
Mistake number 2.
People say, "My head is paining."
Oh yes, this one is so common.
Instead say, "I have a headache" or "My head is hurting."
The word paining is not used in English. We say hurting or aching.
Mistake number 3.
People say, "Give me some medicine."
Ooh, this sounds very rude, actually.
It really does. Instead say, "Could you please prescribe something for this?"
Always be polite, especially with doctors.
Mistake number 4, and this is a big one.
People say, I am having pain since 2 days.
Instead say, "I have been in pain for 2 days."
Notice we say for with a number of days, not since.
Since is for a specific point in time, like since yesterday, since Monday, since morning.
And for is for a duration, like for 2 days, for a week, for 3 hours.
Such an important difference. Make sure you remember that, everyone.
All right, everyone, let's do a quick recap of all the key phrases from today.
Repeat after us, out loud. Don't be shy.
I'd like to book an appointment, please.
I have been feeling unwell since yesterday.
I have a fever, sore throat, and body aches.
Are there any side effects of this medicine?
How long will it take to recover?
Should I follow any specific diet?
Thank you so much, doctor. I really appreciate it.
These phrases will make you sound confident, polite, and fluent at any doctor's visit.
Okay, everyone, now it is your turn.
Here is your day 1 practice task. Imagine you are calling a clinic to book an appointment. You have a stomachache, mild fever, and you feel very tired.
Write your phone conversation in the comments below, and we will read every single one.
The best comment gets a shout out in our next video.
So don't hold back. Write it out and practice.
And that is a wrap on day 1 of our 7-day real-life English conversation challenge, season 2.
I hope you felt how natural and easy these conversations can be once you know the right phrases.
Practice makes perfect, everyone, so please do your homework in the comments.
Tomorrow, day 2, we're going to the bank. Kate is going to play the bank manager. And honestly, I'm a little scared.
You should be, Martin. I am a very strict bank manager.
See you tomorrow, everyone. Don't miss it.
If this video helped you, please give it a big thumbs up.
And if you're new here, subscribe right now and hit the bell icon so you get notified every single day of this challenge.
We will see you tomorrow. Keep practicing and keep growing.
Bye, everyone.